Hey there, fellas. I'm Dr. Claire Weston, and for over 20 years now, I've been working with men just like you in my practice up in the Pacific Northwest. And I'm going to tell you something right off the bat that might surprise you. If your feet feel cold as ice when you get into bed, if your ankles puff up by supper time, or if your legs feel heavy and tired after just walking out to the mailbox, you are not alone. Not by a long shot. I'd say about 99% of the gentlemen who walk through my office door past the age of 60 are dealing with one of these issues. And most of them have been told the same old, tired advice. Drink more water, put your feet up, maybe pop a pill. And listen, I'm here to tell you that's just not the full story, not even close. What I'm about to share with you over the next several minutes is about being kinder to your body. It's about working smarter, not harder, on the lifelong vascular health that keeps you on your feet, out in the garage, walking the dog, playing with the grandkids, and doing all the things you love. And the best part? You don't need a gym membership. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't even need to leave your favorite recliner if you don't want to. All you need is about 10 minutes a day and the willingness to follow along with me. Now, before I dive into these 7 fixes, I want you to do something for me right this minute. How do your feet and ankles feel? Go ahead, wiggle your toes. Press your hand gently on the top of your foot or your shin. Does the skin spring back or does it leave a little dent? Do your socks leave deep marks around your ankles when you take them off at night? These are the little signs your body is sending you, and after 2 decades of practice, I can tell you that men especially tend to ignore these signals until they become a real problem. We're going to change that today. Let me explain something that's going to make all of this click. Your circulation, particularly in your lower body, depends on something called the muscle pump mechanism. Here's the deal. Your heart pumps blood down to your feet just fine. Gravity helps with that. But getting that blood back up against gravity, that's where things get tricky. Your veins have these little one-way valves and they need help pushing blood back up to your heart. That help comes from your calf muscles. Every time you flex and contract those muscles in your lower leg, they squeeze the veins and push blood upward, kind of like squeezing a tube of toothpaste from the bottom. That's the muscle pump. And when you spend hours sitting in front of the TV, driving the truck, or working at a desk, that pump goes quiet. Blood pools, fluid builds up, feet get cold, ankles swell, you get the picture. So everything I'm about to show you is designed to wake that pump back up. And I'm going to walk you through each one slowly with the exact setup, the movement, the timing, and what you should be feeling. I want all of you to be able to follow along right where you're sitting, so grab a sturdy chair if you need one, and let's get started. The first fix I want to share is something I call the ankle pump. This is the foundation, fellas. If you only do one thing from this whole video, do this one. Sit down in a comfortable chair with your back supported and your feet flat on the floor. Now slowly point your toes away from your body, like you're pressing down on a gas pedal. Hold that for 2 seconds, then pull your toes back up toward your shins as far as they'll comfortably go. Hold for another 2 seconds. That's 1 rep. I want you to do 20 of these on each foot. The pace here is everything. Don't rush it. Slow and controlled is what wakes up that muscle pump. You should feel a gentle stretch along the front of your shin and the top of your foot when you point, and a stretch in your calf when you pull back. If you feel any sharp, shooting, or burning pain in your Achilles tendon, the arch of your foot, or deep in your calf, back off the range of motion. We're not trying to be heroes here, we're trying to be smart. You know what's funny? I had a patient last month, a retired Navy guy from Bremerton, who told me his flight attendant on a trip to see his daughter in Phoenix taught him this exact exercise during the flight. He said it was the first time his ankles didn't swell up like balloons by the time he landed. That's not a coincidence. Flight attendants have been recommending ankle pumps on long flights for decades because they work, plain and simple. The second fix is the calf raise combo, and this one is a real game changer. Stand up behind your chair and put your hands on the back of it for balance. If you can't stand for long, you can do a seated version too, which I'll get to in a second. From a standing position, slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet. Lift your heels as high as you can. Now here's the secret, and this is the part most folks skip. Hold that raised position for a full 3 seconds. 3 seconds, count it out in your head. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Then slowly lower your heels back down. That 3-second hold gives your veins a powerful boost, squeezing blood up out of your lower legs and back toward your heart. Do 12 to 15 of these. If standing isn't in the cards for you today, sit in your chair and just lift your heels off the floor while keeping your toes planted. Same hold, same count, same benefit. I never knew about the 3-second hold trick myself until I was deep into my training, and once I started teaching it, the results spoke for themselves. The third fix is what I call the alphabet trace. This one is fun, and you can do it while you're watching the news or sitting on the porch with a cup of coffee. Sit comfortably, lift one foot off the floor a few inches, and use your big toe like a pencil. I want you to slowly trace each letter of the alphabet in the air. A, B, C, all the way through Z. Then switch to the other foot and do the same thing. This exercise hits your ankle from every angle, which means it gets your lymphatic system flowing in ways that simple up and down movements just can't. Your lymphatic system is basically your body's drainage network, and when it's sluggish, fluid builds up in your feet and ankles. The alphabet trace gets things moving again. Most folks finish the alphabet on each foot in about 2 minutes. That's it. 2 minutes for some serious lymphatic action. The fourth fix is the heel-toe rocker. Stand up if you can, holding onto your chair for balance. Slowly rock back onto your heels, lifting your toes off the ground. Hold for 2 seconds, then rock forward onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels. Hold for 2 seconds. Rock back and forth like this 15 times. This movement works both the front and back of your lower legs, hitting muscles that the previous exercises didn't fully engage. It's also fantastic for balance, which becomes more important every year past 60. I've seen men in their 80s improve their balance dramatically just by doing this one exercise daily. And better balance means fewer falls, which means staying independent longer. That matters. That matters a whole lot. Now, the fifth fix, I want to talk about elevation. Does it work, and what's the best way to do it? The answer is yes, elevation absolutely works, but most people do it wrong. Lying on the couch with your feet on the armrest is better than nothing, but it's not optimal. To really drain fluid out of your lower legs, you need your feet to be above the level of your heart. The easiest way? Lie flat on your back on the floor or on your bed, and prop your feet up on the seat of a chair with your calves resting on the chair seat. Your hips and knees should both be bent at about 90 degrees. Stay there for 10 to 15 minutes. I do this myself most evenings while I listen to a baseball game on the radio. The Mariners aren't always great, but the elevation always is. You'll feel the heaviness drain right out of your legs. If you can do this once a day, especially after dinner when swelling tends to be at its worst, you're going to notice a real difference within a week. The sixth fix is what I call the seated march. Sit tall in your chair with both feet flat on the floor. Now lift one knee up toward your chest as high as you comfortably can. Lower it back down. Then lift the other knee. Keep alternating, like you're marching in place while sitting. Do 30 total lifts, which is 15 on each side. This one engages your hip flexors and your core, which improves circulation through your entire lower body, not just your feet. It also gets your heart rate up just a touch, which is exactly what you want. A little bit of cardiovascular stimulation is good for you fellas, even if it's just a seated march in your living room. The seventh and final fix is something most folks have never heard of, and it's a doozy. I call it the towel scrunch. Take a regular bath towel and lay it flat on the floor in front of your chair. Sit down with your bare feet resting on one end of the towel. Now use your toes to scrunch the towel up towards you, gathering it under your foot like you're trying to pick it up with your toes alone. Then use your toes to push it back out flat. Do this for 2 minutes on each foot. This exercise strengthens all those tiny muscles in your foot that have probably been sleeping for years. Strong foot muscles mean better circulation, better balance, and less foot pain overall. It also feels surprisingly satisfying, kind of like cracking your knuckles but for your toes. All right, those are the 7 fixes. But I'm not done with you yet, because I want to talk about a few more things that make all of this work better. First, the 45-minute rule. This one is huge for those of you who spend a lot of time sitting, whether it's driving cross country, watching the game on Sunday, or working at a desk. Every 45 minutes, get up and move, even if it's just for 60 seconds. Walk to the kitchen for a glass of water, step outside and check the weather. Do 10 ankle pumps right where you are. The point is to break the pattern of stillness that lets fluid pool in your lower legs. Sedentary stretches longer than 45 minutes are when the trouble really starts. Set a timer on your phone if you have to. I do. Second, let's talk nutrition for a minute. 2 minerals matter enormously for circulation and swelling: magnesium and potassium. Magnesium helps your blood vessels relax and dilate properly, which improves blood flow. You'll find it in pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, and dark chocolate. Yes, dark chocolate. You're welcome. Potassium helps your body manage fluid balance, so you retain less water in your tissues. Bananas are the famous source, but you'll get even more from baked potatoes with the skin on, sweet potatoes, white beans, and avocados. A lot of men I see are getting plenty of sodium from processed foods, but not nearly enough potassium to balance it out. Aim for whole foods over packaged ones whenever you can. Third, hydration. I know everyone tells you to drink more water, but here's the catch. Dehydration actually makes swelling worse, not better. When your body senses it's running low on fluids, it holds onto every drop, including the fluid sitting in your ankles. So drink water steadily throughout the day. About half your body weight in ounces is a good target. If you weigh 200 pounds, that's 100 ounces. Spread it out. Don't try to chug it all at dinner. Fourth, compression socks. A lot of you have asked me, should I still wear them and when are they best? Here's my take. Quality compression socks, the medical grade ones with 15 to 20 millimeters of mercury of pressure, are excellent for long days on your feet, long car rides, plane flights, and anytime you know you're going to be sedentary for hours. Put them on first thing in the morning before swelling starts. Take them off at bedtime, don't sleep in them, and get fitted properly. A sock that's too tight in the wrong spot does more harm than good. Now, before I let you go, I have to talk about safety. Because not all swelling is created equal. How do you tell the difference? And when do you absolutely need to stop these exercises and call your doctor? Listen up, because this part matters. If your swelling is in only one leg, not both, that's a red flag. It could be a blood clot. Don't mess around. Call your doctor or head to the urgent care. If your swelling is sudden, severe, or comes with pain, redness, warmth, or shortness of breath, that's an emergency. Same goes for chest pain, dizziness, or trouble breathing during any of these exercises. Stop immediately and seek help. If you have a known heart condition, kidney disease, or are on blood thinners, please talk to your doctor before starting any new exercise routine, even something as gentle as what I've shared today. These movements are safe for the vast majority of folks, but everybody is different, and your doctor knows yours best. For most of you, though, these 7 fixes, plus the lifestyle tips, are going to make a real difference. I've watched men in their 70s and 80s go from struggling to put on their shoes in the morning to walking 3 miles a day. I've seen guys who couldn't stand for more than 10 minutes at the grill end up hosting 4th of July barbecues for the whole family. Your body wants to move, it wants to circulate, it wants to thrive. You just have to give it the right tools. So here's what I want you to do tonight. Pick 3 of these 7 fixes. Just 3. Don't try to do all of them at once. Do those 3 before bed. Tomorrow morning, do them again. Then add a 4th on day 3. Build slowly. Make it a habit. Within 2 weeks, you'll be doing all 7 in about 10 minutes, and you'll wonder how you ever got along without them. If this video helped you out, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. Share it with the guys in your life who need to hear it. Your buddies, your brothers, your dads, your golf league. Drop a comment and let me know which fix you're starting with tonight. And if you want more straight talk about senior men's health from someone who's been in this field for over 20 years, hit that subscribe button and join us. We've got a whole community of fellas working on this stuff together, and there's always room for one more. Take care of yourselves out there. Your feet have carried you through a lot of years and a lot of miles. They deserve a little love. Start your 10 minutes tonight and feel the difference for yourself. I'll see you next time.